Stanley steamer.
And they were racing.
Second drive down the road. That's the other one. I know a couple of drivers like that. I know a couple of drivers that turn around the other way. Today. Yeah, look at the inside. And no steering wheel, just levers.
Yeah, it's just got it on.
So turned by brakes, probably.
Well, it's electric. This is
No.
what the rock wants us to use.
Hey, the electric cars nowadays, Jesus.
Yeah, talk about machinery.
Instant torque.
Talk about machinery. Look at this with all of those. I forget what they call it.
The belts.
Mill.
There's actually an electric car that they take out on the salt flats.
Oh, yeah.
That's extremely fast.
Well, the Pikes Peak run this year was the electric car that won it. Because it's all instant torque.
Looks like my barn. All the junk around.
$750. A little flatbed.
Just belongs to someone. They got a license.
I didn't see that up there. Oh, yeah. Because it's all probably old enamel that they put over top of something else.
It's probably lacquer.
Lacquer or enamel.
Yeah. They're starting? They must be starting. They're starting? Okay, guys.
Yeah, right. Well, they got art classes here. So anyway, Dick has a Lante.
Good morning.
So
Buenos dias, or any language you want.
that we're up here with.
Guten Morgen, wie geht's? Ganz gut. Danke. Und die French, bonjour, we can do that. Italiano. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Signora. Seriously, good morning. I'm glad you got here. I know some kids feel quite a distance to get here. It's great that you are here. And my name is Bill Bushman. Many of you I've met. I had a lot to do with Lante earlier on. This is my wife, Judy. And on the right here is a gentleman who's really helped us put this together. He's going to host tomorrow or today the tour as we go through. This is Al Simbritz. Morning. Amongst other things, a volunteer coordinator, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Wow.
She cooked the bottle washer. Yeah, there you go.
That's right. And the past General Motors guy, by the way.
All right.
Now, just so you know the agenda, we'll go through and you're going to have plenty of time in the museum. And then at 12:30, we'll be back here. Try to travel in the caravan to the Dolphin Bar and Shrimp House, which is a beautiful restaurant. Frank Francis is famous for Francis Langford, who you might recall, traveled with model and all that stuff. Well, it's a great place. And to get there, in case you do get lost, all we do is go back to the main road, go over one bridge, and turn right on Sewell's Point. You stay on that road, and you will see the Dolphin Bar on the right a couple miles down. If you hit a second bridge, guess what? Thank you, you went too far. All right. Yeah, when you go out of here, you'll turn left and then left. Yeah, go across the bridge.
And for those of you that are from out of town, I'll give you some local knowledge. As you cross the bridge from the Sewell's Point and make the right turn, Sewell's Point is the only local community that has a death penalty for speeding. So it says 35 miles an hour on Sewell's Point Road along the river, don't do 38. Boys, not myself, I know.
They come out of the bushes.
Yes, they do like to enforce their speed limits in Sewell's Point. So, welcome to the Elliott Museum. My name is Al Simbrich. I'm the volunteer coordinator, the educational program coordinator, and anything else they ask me to do. This museum has been here since 1961. This building has been open since March 3rd of last year, so this is less than a year old still at this point. It's a $20 million undertaking. I'll tell you a little later how some of the financing came about. We're about $17.5 million financed at this point, so this is a work in progress, if you will. There are still things to be done, and new things happen almost every week. But we're glad you're all here today and you chose to come to the Elliott Museum. The Elliott family starts telling the history of the automobile. And since you were the Cadillac Elante XLR club owners, I'm assuming you have a slight interest in automobiles. So I'm going to tell you part of the story. Again, as Bill said, I'm going to give you an overview tour of the museum, and then I invite you until you're late for lunch to explore additionally on your own. If you love baseball, we've got a fantastic baseball exhibit upstairs. Community history. Two exhibits in our rotating gallery. This main gallery is for rotating exhibits that's constantly changing. On this side right now is the history of the Guayabera shirt that came to us from History Miami, which is more interesting than you might think if you really get into it. And the other end of the gallery is called the Spark. It's 3 generations of artists, grandfather, mother, and daughter, who have been artists and looks at the artwork and what inspired them to create the pieces of art. That's very interesting too. But first I'm going to start over here with Mr. Elliott.
We still have the little shops on Main Street.
Yeah, most of it is currently on display upstairs and in the Main Street gallery. We're a museum. We never throw anything away. We still have the old building. We ground it up and put it in the parking lot.
Well, I guess if you were into 2.5 Men, you'd probably recognize these shirts. Okay, let's shut this down and we'll come back when we get some cars.